Alright, so the next method that we're going to do is substitution. And this is usually done when you don't have a graph handy and you have like one of them, at least one of them is x equals or y equals. And so what we're going to do is we're going to substitute in. If I say that x equals 5, that means that you can replace any x that you want with 5. Or if I say x equals 2y, you could replace any y. So you have to first make sure that one equation is x equals or y equals. A lot of times if I tell you to do substitution, it will be that way. And so then, if I look here at number 1, it says that x equals negative 8. So I'm going to circle whatever x equals. Sometimes, especially when you get to the longer problems, that helps. And I'm going to plug that in for x in the other equation because x equals negative 8. So that becomes negative 8 plus y equals 5. So then what do I do to solve? Add 8 to both sides. And we get y equals 13. Do we know what x equals? It's negative 8. So we have an x and a y. So our solution is the point negative 8, 13. You always put your solution as a coordinate unless it just says, it might say solve for y. And then you could just say 13. But most of the time you're going to write out the coordinate. So number 2, y equals 3. So I'm going to take that 3 and plug it in for y, because it's y equals 2x plus 3, and then my y is 3. We're replacing. You don't put the 3 beside of the y. You completely replace the y. Equals 11. So we get 2x plus 9 equals 11. And then what do we do next? Subtract 9. So 2x equals 2. So x equals 1. And my solution is the point 1, 3. It's always x, comma, y. Any questions? Number 3, we actually have both of them set y equals. So it doesn't matter which one you pick. I'll just pick the first one. So if y equals 2x, I can plug that 2x in for the other y. So that would be 2x equals negative x plus 12. So I took whatever y equals, plug that in for the y on the other side. And how do we solve? Add the x. A lot of times people want to subtract the 2x. Well, if you do that, you've left an empty space over here. You don't want to have an empty space. So we get 3x equals 12. and then I divide by 3 to get x equals 4. Do I know my y value? No. But it's really easy to find because I know that y is 2 times x, and x is 4, so we would do 2 times 4, which is 8. So you will have to, most times, you will have to plug that variable back in to get your other y, or your x or your y. So my solution is the point 4, 8. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. Number 4, we have y equals x plus 4. So I'm going to take that and plug it in for the other y. You want to put the x plus 4 in parentheses. On this exact question, it won't matter, but if that was a minus y and you didn't put it in parentheses, you would mess up. So just always get in the habit of putting it in parentheses. So this is negative 2x plus x plus 4 equals 6. If this was a minus sign, we would have to distribute that negative 1. But it's a plus, so it doesn't matter. So we have negative 2x and x, which is negative x plus 4 equals 6. And then I subtract 4 from both sides to get negative x equals 2. And then we have to do what? Divide by negative 1. So x equals negative 2. Do we have the y? No. We have the formula to get the y, but we don't actually have the y yet. So y is x plus 4, and I know that x is negative 2. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. So we have the solution, negative 2, 2. Questions so far? Okay. Number 5, we get y equals x plus 8. So that goes in for the y in the other equation. So I took out this y and put in x plus 8. And this is going to become 2x, we have to distribute, minus 2x minus 16 equals negative 3. What happens to your x's? They combine to be what? They make 0. So they actually cancel out because 2x minus 2x is 0. So those cancel, and we're left with negative 16 equals negative 3. There's no variables left. Is negative 16 and negative 3 the same thing? Nope. So when all the variables cancel out and we're left with two different numbers, that would be no solution. Number 6. Y equals negative 2x minus 7. So that's going to go in for the y in the other equation. Same as before, we need to distribute. We get 4x minus 4x. What does that mean? They cancel out, and we're left with negative 14 equals negative 14.
So does that mean just like x equals 0 or something?
That means when you have a number equal to itself, that's actually infinite solutions. If we were to convert that second one to slope-intercept form and simplify it, they would be the same line. So it's infinite solutions. This one over here, if we were to convert it and simplify it, it would be parallel to the x plus 8.